up to date with fascinating tech and startups in Asia.
First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. And shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. To you ribs, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, shalom. Alright, so as you saw in this video, China has developed their own drones. They call swarm drones. They're not the first to do it, but from what I've seen, this technology, as far as moving around obstacles and coordinating with one another, each drone, right, sharing information and moving along, right. It seems like they don't even need humans to operate these things individually. These swarms can move as a unit and controlled by one person if need be. And as you saw in the video, they said that it is possible for a man to use this in a sinister way, which most likely was the intention in the first place, right? It said it's made for search and rescue of disaster areas, but really they're not using it for that, right? We've seen what's going on in Ukraine and Russia war, where these drone strikes are wreaking hell on the people, right? The warfare has changed, right? The landscape of the warfare has changed. No more people, putting up platoons of men against platoons of men, right? Just a mob of people, charging at each other in groups, as you saw in the first World War, right? The World War One, Slovakia, tongue-tied. The landscape has changed. Why? Because knowledge has increased, right? And not in a righteous way. And this is why we are much closer to a ICBM missile race wars. Wars, right? A race, meaning like, a marathon race, arms race, should I say, right, between countries developing their own ICBMs, and they're all trying to quickly do this. Why? For one, Russia with the BRICS, right, which the BRICS stands for the different countries involved in it, and its initial when it was established at first, was Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, and Somalia, I think it was, right, which now includes many other countries like North Korea, I can't name all of them, but Turkey's almost on the way to join them as well, which they are a NATO ally, which they're gonna deviate. But anyways, man, like, we knew this was coming. We knew that, especially China, where they have a lot of our chips, they develop a lot of our computers, and like, I don't understand. I never understood that. Why we are at odds with China, and we send our products to be made there, and they're in it, right? And they can see what's being developed. They could copy it, as you saw with their fighter jets. They copy those. Like, well, what did you expect? Like, I don't understand that. You're gonna let your enemy build, smart systems for you, and then ship them this way to be used against them. I don't understand that. But what I do understand is that, besides the relations between the U.S. and China, as we see in the surface, we see that behind closed doors, all these lines are blurred, because there's one people group in charge of the entire earth, and that's why you see these deals going down, right? But on the surface, it's hard to understand when you look at it at the lens of the people where, you know, this nation's separate from this nation. Like, we really don't know, man. We really don't know if China's being ran by China or somebody else is running China for them. Like, a lot of things we don't know. But what we do know is that war's on the horizon, and it's going to be a new type of war, right? We see, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Mind you, this is a robot dog. That's what I call a robot dog. Because they said this is a Ghost Robot V60 robotic dog, whatever. You know, it's a sentry. It's got a gun on it, right? These are weapons. These are military weapons, right? No longer are we fighting, you know, flesh to flesh, right? Everybody's advancing their technologies. Right? This is the type of stuff we're dealing with. This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Right? And in many aspects, a lot of things have increased. You know, knowledge has increased, right? As far as the truth goes, you know, the sciences, war, mechanics, as we saw. Right? Like we are in like a futuristic space age, man. Like what the prophet saw, visions at the end, right? Like John the Revelator, things of that nature. Like to them, you know, looking at a car drive down the street was futuristic. Like, and now us that was living in this era, we're seeing these things being developed, and even we are astounded. Like, wow, like how they do that, right? Because the Lord allowed this knowledge to increase, right? And the heathen gonna use it for war, right? For greed, because they've always been about that, right? If they're in rulership, all they think about is killing, stealing, and ruling unrighteously, right? That's what the scriptures say, that when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right? We see people who, let's say 800 years ago, was not even close to even competing with the whore Babylon, which is aka America. Right? Now we have places like Iran and North Korea advancing their technologies quickly too. This is not by coincidence. Matter of fact, this is Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Right? These are this basically saying, you know, you're instead of developing food and resources for the people, it's time to turn those resources into weapons. Right? Resources for weapons, and that's what you're seeing. Right? It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. 11. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. We're getting closer and closer to that, that last war, man. When Yahushua is just going to sweep the rest up, right, in his anger. Everybody, even the non-believers, will tell you, man, we are so close to the third woe, it ain't even funny. You cannot ignore it. You can no longer ignore it. You know, I know that the prophet's been screaming this for a long time, and this is that time, man. More than ever. It's time we move accordingly. Proverbs 24 and verse 5. A wise man is strong, yeah, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. Right? We at the end where knowledge has increased, and now people are getting stronger. What a time to be alive. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. And shalom to those for elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. I say to you all, shalom.